It's the clash of the two islands this afternoon as the Jersey Bulls travel to Sheppey United. Sheppey, of course, is an island just north of London in the Kent area, and a chance for the Bulls to maybe have a kind of look at what would be a mini island games. But it is their first game in 10 days. They should be fresh. They should be ready to go this afternoon. And Sheppey United, the Ites as they're known, interesting start to the season, a bit of a mixed bag as described by Elliot Powell in his midweek interview. They've got the same points as the Bulls today. They've got 10 from 8. The Bulls have 10 from 6. And if the Bulls can start what is going to be an avalanche of games coming their way in the next few weeks well today and get 3 points and start to build momentum, they could find themselves very quickly in a top 5 place. Well, that's all to play for today. It's a really good pitch here at Sheppey United, and it looks like a pretty overcast day, but shouldn't make any difference. No wind, pretty dull, pretty quiet in terms of the atmospheric pressure. Well, it's the Sharrock Stadium, and today in charge of proceedings is Richard Joss for the Bulls. Well, a few changes. They're going to go with Van der Vliet will be in goal. The back four expected James Carr at right back wearing 3. At left back wearing 3. James Kerry at right back captaining the side. The middle pairing at the back of Campbell and Watling. Expect the midfield to be Kilshaw, Trotter and Watson. And a front 3 on the left-hand side will be Toby Ritzimer, the right Miguel Carvalho, and the big man, of course, straight through the middle, is Lorne Bickley. Well, for the home team, they're captained this afternoon by their number 9, Daniel Bradshaw. And we'll see how their mixed start to the season pans out against a Bulls team that have had a chance to have some time off and to refocus today. Well, there is the captain, James Kerry. And for those watching today who've seen the Bulls all season, they're in gold. And will all that glitter be gold for the Bulls today? So a change and the first outing of the away gold colours. And they'll be looking to make sure that their performance matches the colour of their shirts. Well, it's just about time for us to get going. The officials are going to their respective places as the Bulls look to get ready. They've got a strong bench as well today for the Bulls. In reserve goalkeeper Daniel Ginadu. They've got Fraser Barlow, Ray DeSantos, James Sunley and Harry McKenzie. So the Bulls now look like they're going to kick off first. It's Joe Kilshaw who's over it. Sheppey United in the red and black. And any second now, Mr. Joss, having checked his watch, appears to be ready. Kilshaw with the kickoff. The Bulls looking for 3. And we're underway. And long ball forward there by Watson, which drifts out. Well, I'll be interested to see how Sheppey United set up today, the Ites, as they're nicknamed. Early tussle there. Won by the Bulls, picked up. Now Trotter with a chance to play it inside. Here comes Kilshaw. Kilshaw needs a bit of support. He's got Carvalho over on that far side. Carvalho going up against the back line, of going up for the first time against Johnson. Kerry getting forward, whipping it in, looking for Bickley and looking for Ritzimer on the far side. And the Bulls have started quickly here. Now Bickley. Bickley looks to get a bit of an offload, tries to get the 1-2 going with Trotter. And then Malloy clears for Sheppey, who look a little bit caught by the Bulls' pace already. Well, we'll see. Long way to go, first minute, but the Bulls definitely are up for this. And that just that 10 days, you feel, gets those legs fresh. They can relax. It's not the trudge of the game, but or train, of course, and try and put it into practice. Carr now trying to flick it through there, covered off by Olo Runisumo. And a good solid header by Jamie Watling, who's gone down and not recovered. Bulls play on. Trotter, lovely through the middle now. Kilshaw Tries to flick it on. Maybe could have himself taken the shot there. Unselfishly tried to play the through ball, but Killshaw looking to get forward already in that role that he's played so well last season. Not quite seen that form yet, but interesting how he's gone about today already, getting forward. And Kere as well down that left-hand side. So there's a game plan. There always is with Elliot Powell. You could be sure of that. As Sheppey just knocking it around the back. Touch there from Hatton. And he gets it back. Just looking for some options here. Goes short. And then down the line. Ball flicked inside. Comfortable though. And an early good call from Van der Vliet, who decides to just bring it forward. Campbell is there. You can spread it to this near side. And Carr. And you feel Carr and Ritzimer will be a decent combination for the ball down this left-hand side this afternoon. We'll put some pressure on. We've seen how Ritzimer's very silky, glides across the surface. And now Cavalier having to come deep, pick it up. Killshaw clips it forward, looking to give a Bickley in the middle there is just in time is Allen, and then it's hooked clear. Trying to get it forward to Bradshaw, but up steps Watling. Danger not cleared. Flicked forward there by Falad. And the ball goes out far side. Ball still keeping Sheppey pretty much in their own half as Anau now picks it up. Has to go back, had it Alito, but didn't find him now. Olo Runisomo. And again, just knocking it nicely around here. Keeping possession. Alito this time. Balls are pressing well inside to Baduba. And again, another touch in the middle there for Anau. Cut out there, Killshaw. Maybe just catches him on the arm. And there's some issues with this ball already. The referee, that's the second time in the first 3 minutes he's had to have a feel of the ball. Doesn't seem to be happy. That one has been discarded. It looks maybe just not quite got the air in it. Nice feature to see there on that far side. The scoreboard with the time and the scores, of course, still 0-0. But a really good feature. And certain things we've seen at step 4, we didn't see at step 5, and it's just that little extra edge as the Bulls look for one themselves. Ritzimer trying to release Carr. Across quickly comes Olo Runisumo, who's done well. And it will be goal kick. Malloy takes short onto that far side, looking for Johnson. In fact, it's into Hatton, then to Johnson, who's just hugging that touchline. Oh, interesting ball across the back there for Baduba. He brings it forward, and now Bickley just does enough to make him go back to Allen. Hatton again, and then a good turn, slips away from Killshaw there. Well, too obvious that ball cut out by Ritzimer. Ritzimer now on a bit of a run as he likes to. Still going, Ritzimer just getting forced into the corner there by Baduba. And it's going to be Bull's ball. It looks like he's got the first corner there. Ritzimer doing well. Baduba just shepherding him across, but Ritzimer wins the corner. Well, a chance for the Bulls to send the big men forward here. Campbell, prolific there. Watling as well will be up there. Good running by Trotter, goes short, gets it. Back now to Killshaw. Can he clip one in? He goes near post, flicked on. Well, trying to just get a touch on there, Ritzimer. And now there's a counter on here, this side. It's Johnson trying to break. Switching it to the far side. There's a chance now down the left-hand side. Kere's got to get back. Shot comes in. Van der Vliet saves. Comfortable in the end for the big stopper. Right in the bread basket, just where he wants it. The Bulls, though, not wasting any time to get the ball forward again. And then Campbell calmly just puts a foot on it, takes the heat out. Well, decent few Bulls travelling supporters as well as the UK home supporters in today. Just enough done with there at the back to make sure that ball gets back to Malloy. Johnson again. Inside to Hatton. Clips it forward. Looking for the run there of Fallard, but he can't stay onside. And if you are interested, of course, in the gold shirt, if you're watching wherever you are, you fancy a little trip to Springfield next week for the game at home against Whiteleaf, you can go and pick up a shirt in person, or you can go to shop.bulls.je. Gold shirt awaiting your debit or credit card. So let's remember, if you want the gold, it's shop.bulls.je. But for now, it's Van der Vliet in green. And short again to Campbell, who got time to hook it on to Carr. It's just a little bit deep. Nice ball inside, though. Gets away from Olo Rundasimo. And then Ritzema just gets caught, but shrugs it off. Bickley just standing on the ball and then knocked off it by Olo Rundasimo. And they're trying to play it through. There is Ibrahim. It's blocked by Watson. Now Kilshaw. And here comes Kerry, who's already getting forward a lot in this first 7-8 minutes down that right-hand side. Now Watling playing so well that the partnership at the back is Campbell and Watling for now, and Kerry just finding himself again at right back. Bickley doing well, but just can't control it. Picked up now. And again, Trotter just nagging there at the heels of Ibrahim. And back across it goes. Ang Baduba. Short ball to Olo Runisomo. Ang Baduba again. Slow, steady build up from the Eights. Nice ball clipped forward. And hooked out, looking for the overrun and the overlap of Olo Runisomo, who's got it. He's going to try and take on Carr, but he's just, in fact, it's Ritzema, looks like he's getting back there. It just shows too much to Toby Ritzema. Throw in, though, for Sheppey. Well, the temperatures are dropped, but they're not dropped so much that one of the Sheppey fans got a polo shirt on this afternoon. Olo Runisomo, short ball again. Ritzema does enough, gets a touch. Can Van der Vliet get there? No. It's going to be Sheppey's first corner. And it looks like it will be Alito who'll go forward to take it. A chance for them to put a ball into the box here. Test Van der Vliet. We want to see him commanding that 6-yard box today. Wants to make it his own. In it comes. Oh, another header towards goal. Van der Vliet stays on the line and the ball comes through to him. And a little bit of a nudge. Dodgem Carr style as he clears the air in front of him. Cavallio out jumped by Johnson. And then Ibrahim holding it up. Johnson again. Well, the fast start by the Bulls has just subsided fractionally as Sheppey have grown into this game now, starting to knock it about quite nicely, keeping hold of possession. Inside again to Alito. Much better now from them. Forward comes Ang Baduba. And then Olo Runisomo. It's good football here. Not making a huge amount of progress forward, but they're keeping possession. Again, Ang Baduba now through to Fallard. Gets it back, tries to drive towards the penalty box. Broken up though, but given straight back. Olo Runisomo now into Anau. Anau tries to cross it. Carr blocks it. Campbell gets there, stops the corner, but gives it straight back to Olo Runisomo. Inside again now. Ibrahim keeping possession well now. Alito. And back it goes to Allen. And here, more possession. Ibrahim again. Kilshaw tries to close it down as it plays into Alito. Far side is Hatton. Well, the Bulls haven't had a sniff for a while now. And then finally, Kilshaw does get a touch in. Ritzimer tries to play the ball first time through the middle, looking for Bickley. Over, cooks it. Well, this last few minutes is better from the home side. Kere goes across. Picked up, nice ball. This time, Cavalier having to come deep to collect. Kere getting up over the halfway line, battling hard, trying to keep hold of the ball there as he's in a bit of a tussle with Ibrahim. Ball goes to the home side. Busy there is Anau. Definitely possession has swung towards Sheppey United. Clash there between, looks like, Watson. It may well be Ibrahim who's gone down. Looks like he's going to be okay. Just a solid, heavy challenge. Free kick given. It's the Ites. Let's take their time and then play it short. Back again to Alito. Quick play. Back inside though, looking for Anau, but broken up better. The Bulls keeping a bit of possession here, trying to drive forward. Now Ritzer's going to take it on. Second time he's going to try and get past. Well, really good defensive work by Olurunisomo there, who's strong. As Ritzmer tries to drive past him. Trotter just nipping there at the heels of Angbaduba. Olurunisomo again. And it's definitely become a Sheppey possession phase for these last only 5-10 minutes, in fact, now, where they've just kept hold of the play. Clipped forward by Hatton. Looking to go through the middle, flicked on. But it should be a goal kick to the Bulls. As Kere just watches it. Well, the fast start by the Bulls hasn't really kicked on yet. They found themselves now having to defend a lot and try and chase the ball. Campbell now with a bit of room to just come forward. And Watling. Well, tight ball to Watson, but Watling is there to help him out. Back it goes to Van der Vliet. He takes a bit of time here. Van der Vliet looks for an option. Through the middle it is. Cavalier again the target, but the delivery is still wanting. And Sheppey just being given a bit more space here with Olurunisomo. Ball to Bradshaw, is dispossessed. Tries to win it back from Carr, who does really well in the challenge. Now Watson, Trotter. Back to Campbell. Nice ball with Watson. Now Carr again. Chance to get a bit of a run going. Plays it inside, looking for Ritzimer. Ritzimer now. Carr's continue the run. But the ball again isn't timed. The run was on. And just a miscommunication perhaps between those two. And it's gone a little bit scrappy from the Bulls here. Just need to regain that bit of bite they had in that first few minutes. Sheppey are keeping hold of it well. Clip forward again. Bradshaw makes the run, doesn't get to him. Kilshaw though, no time to dwell on it from him as he's dispossessed. This time by Ibrahim, but Cavalier's got it back. Cavalier on a jinky run, now clips it forward. But again, whether it's the surface or it's just the delivery, but the ball is played too heavily on the pitch and it's just run away again. And it's easy for Malloy to go across. Well, the golden shirt isn't yet produced any golden results, but of course you can still get hold of one. Shop.bulls.je. on this near side again, Olarunissomo. And there's time now. That's what they've got that they didn't have, but they have now aplenty. Back it goes again. Angbaduba. Space in the middle. There's a big pocket not being filled there. Alito has time. Ibrahim can sweep it out to that far side. Kere is there. Carvalho for Killshaw. Bickley trying to keep it alive. Does. Trotter now. Bickley back on his feet. Wants it, gets it. But again, really good defensive work from the Ites. Trotter chasing across. Watson. Well, he's looking for the ball there. It's fallen to Ritzema. A little bit heavy. Bulls still have it. Still going, looking for that 1-2 Ritzema with Killshaw from the initial pass from Trotter. Carr with the header. Now Ritzema. And the Bulls need to find a bit more space. They're having to go backwards because that's the only place they can find time. As Watson to Watling. And Watling is one of the rising stars, you'd say, of this Bulls season so far. Carr. Now Trotter. Is there something coming here? Carr again tries to feed it through for Bickley. Wants to try and bend one in. What a save by Malloy. But turn. Oh, well. It looked like it's Carvalho who's there for the rebound and tries to just clip it back in and across. But that's the first real effort we've seen from the Bulls. It comes from the big man, Lorne Bickley. Bends one for that far corner. Right hand as we look at it. Left hand of the keeper, and Malloy gets to it. But the rebound doesn't fall for Carvalho as he perhaps would have wanted. And he can't get it back on target. But a good bit of build-up play for the first time in this afternoon's game from the Bulls with 18.5 minutes gone here. That's the closest they've come so far. Well, much better build-up, much better possession, and the passing was crisper there by the Bulls. Here again, Carvalho is looking dangerous down that right-hand side, skipping away now. Angbaduba is going to go against him. He's got past him. He's clipped it back inside. It's well missed in the middle. An escape route as they try and break here. The Bulls all of a sudden have gone through the gears. The fast start has now been reignited. Nice ball inside. Trotter, better. Carr. Ritzer ahead. Carr takes it on. Jinks past one. Trying to get past Olarunissomo in the middle. And there's Malloy. Well, Olarunissomo was beaten, but Malloy was there to collect. Forward it goes again. Bradshaw, marshalled by Watling. Watling does really well. Gets his shirt pulled. Right in front of the referee. Well, that's sheer strength from Jamie Watling. Bradshaw, the skipper, penalised. Free kick for the Bulls. Well, there's the management team on the far side. Looking on. Certainly will be more impressed with the last few minutes than they have been for the period in between the opening gambit. But the Bulls getting stronger here. She's keeping hold of it. Trotter. Need to spread it more. Carr. And there is Killshaw. This is better. Well, tight ball for Ritzema, but Carr gets it back and Trotter's there. Trotter through the middle. Well, good challenge coming in though by Allen. Wins the ball back for Sheppey. Johnson. Inside to Hatton. And again, they managed to wrestle the ball back here. Sheppey, and just keep possession. Hatton again. Bradshaw. Overlap by Johnson. Watling deals with it again. Only finds it to the feet of Johnson. Challenge goes in. No free kick given. Play on. 21 minutes gone of this first half. It's still goalless here. And the Bulls, having had a shot to the one shot also of the Ites. So both goalkeepers having little to do so far. As Again, they look to build up with Alito. Just has to go straight through the middle. Direct ball. Little flick on from Watling back to Van der Vliet. Here comes Kere. Goes long. Trying to find Bickley. Cut out. Cavalier picks up the rebound. Johnson gets there and nods it into touch. Well, it's definitely better from the Bulls here. Just perhaps starting to find a little bit of rhythm. Find their feet. A chance with Kere. Flicked on. Now Cavalier going to drive into the box. Cavalier squares it into the middle. It should be. Oh, well, Ritzema has the goal begging. It's open. It's 2 yards out. It was harder to miss than it was score. And somehow Ritzema puts it over. Well, would you believe that? It's the best bit of play. It's Cavalier again instrumental down that right-hand side. He cuts inside. He couldn't have put it more on a plate for Toby Ritzema, who somehow, when the goal is gaping open in front of him, finds the ball crashing into the fencing behind the goal. Well, you couldn't have asked for a better chance. It's gone. The Bulls will have to recover from that. And first, they're going to have to do some defensive work as Bradshaw gets a little bit of a run going. But you can see where the threat is. It's going to be Cavalier again down that right-hand side. And Johnson maybe not quite as on it for the home side as Olorunisomo, perhaps down this right-hand side. This left-hand side, right-hand side of the Sheppey side, as they play it forward again. Well, suffering perhaps a little bit like the Bulls with the delivery. Fallard there trying to get forward, but easy for Van der Vliet. And all of a sudden, Bulls come again. Well, hopefully Ritzema's cleared his head of the miss. It's got to be miss of the season, certainly a contender for it. Flick forward again. Now, chance for our keeper, makes a good early call. Malloy there, right at the edge of his box. And he releases it short again on that far side for, on that occasion, Hatton. And Baduba. Better by Trotter, just getting there, making sure Anau knows he's right at his back. Here comes Fallard. Card as well, Watson. Back again to Campbell. And now Watling and Kere forward on that right-hand flank. Still inside his own half. Watling again, and it's better from the Bulls. Just want to keep it a possession. And the good formation as well from Sheppey, just not allowing the Bulls to play that ball through. As Watling plays it out to Carr, who can chest it down. On both sides, just like a boxing match, perhaps just not throwing as many punches, just taking a little bit of a breather here. As they look to craft something. Trotter again gets caught, but no foul. Watson, short ball again to Watling. And a good spell of possession out on this near side again to Carr, where it began not long ago. He's got two for company, plays a short ball into Ritzema, flicked it back, lovely, and now Carr can continue the run. A lovely ball from Ritzema. Carr still going, can he get the cross in? Well, he's won the corner, and that's a really good bit of play between those two. That was the one area we thought it could be pretty good this afternoon for the Bulls. You got Cavalier down the other side with Kere, the trickery of Miguel Cavalier, but this side you got the intricacy perhaps of the Carr-Ritzema combo. Well, it's paid off. They've got a corner now, the Bulls. Chance to whip one into the box. Malloy trying to just make sure he's got a bit of space in front of him. Neither looks like Trotter or Bickley putting too much pressure on him. There's a bit of movement now. Flicked on. It's flicked on again. We've seen that a few times from Toby Ritzema at the near post. He'd like to flick it on. In fact, it's flicked at Bickley, who can't get any way to turn the body to turn it into the net. But another corner follows for the Bulls here again. Will we see a repeat of what we've just seen here. Will it be Ritzema short? We know he does like to do that little run to the near post. He's gone there now again. It's come in. Ritzema tries to flick it on. Cleared, though. Well, looks like Trotter's been caught and has gone down. Play on. Here comes Fallard, tracked by Kilshaw. Again to Angbaduba. Well, Trotter's back up. Watson has committed. Trotter's picked it up. Carvalho. Such a low centre of gravity. He's just able to hold that ball as if it's at times stuck to that left boot by some sort of invisible magic tape. And now down the left-hand side come the Ites. Great work by Watling, gets clipped and fouled in the process. Dumped down. Looked like that was, in fact, it will have been Ibrahim. Watling is up. Now, so far, no need for Mr. Joss to reach into any of his pockets. As Van der Vliet goes long, Bickley trying to battle through, get away. He's got there, he's trying to put a bit of pressure on. Coming across, though, is Allen, who's done well. And there's just been, again, a bit of a swing in this game where the Bulls now have the momentum, you feel, going forward. Starting to create a bit more. Really should have the lead. Kerry now takes it on to the byline. Can he keep it in? Looks for Trotter, does keep it in. Now Carr. Trotter again. Well, you can't do that. Diego Fallard. Bulls take the free kick. Watson. Well, Bickley turns, but he's well blocked off in the middle by Allen. Bulls get it back. Trotter's down again. Well, maybe Trotter's taking over the Barlow bundle this afternoon. Barlow on the bench, of course, as Carr tries to flick it on, and then Trotter has a little bit of the shirt of Olo Runisomo. And Mr. Joss does give the free kick. Calling for a card there, but we've seen a bit of shirt tagging from both sides, and neither side have been carded for that. Carvalho now doing really well, slipping away, trying to get it through to Bickley. Bickley now takes the shot. Well, flag is up, doesn't count, wouldn't have mattered in any event, far side. And again, just perhaps the delay of the pass means Bickley goes offside. Now Malloy will take. We've got a game on, that's for sure, here this afternoon. It's pretty even so far. Neither side yet managing to dominate for any length of time. As Watson and Watling don't call, and both collide, and the ball falls down for Johnson. Fallard on that far side is going to take it on, skips over, steps into the box, tries to get it across. Handball claim, nothing given. Hits Watling's arm in the right position by his side. Nothing doing. Alito now. And again, Sheppey just having a bit of possession. It is very much that swingometer left to right, back and forth. Johnson inside to Fallard. Holds it up. Plays it through the legs of the referee, who halts proceedings. Well, half an hour has ticked by in the blink of an eye. And it is still Sheppey United 0, Jersey Bulls 0. One shot from each side. And that's all, with the Bulls missing a golden opportunity in their golden shirts, which you can get, of course, at shop.bulls.je. Bickley just having a little bit of a tussle there with Angbaduba. And order restored with Alito in the middle there. Long ball forward. Fallard trying to hold it up. Watson has won it. Now a bit of space perhaps for Ritzema, who's drifted inside. Now we'll take it on. But again, really good cover there. It's been really impressive on this right side, Dami, Olorunasimo so far in this first half for Sheppey. Ritsema now. Maybe he's just going to go into a bit more of a central role. Here comes Kere down that right-hand flank. He's got Cavalier for support. Now Ritsema, who's definitely switched more to that central role. Maybe that's a tactical change. Carr now. And Ritsema finds himself as back on this left near side. Watling. And just Sheppey sitting further deep here. Bulls have time. They're on their own halfway line, knocking it around nicely. They've got to find a way through here. Watson and Campbell and Watling. Carr just into shot there. He's just looking on. Kere flicks it forward. Now Cavalier, can he get round when he tries to get past Hatton? And then, well, it looks like Cavalier's pulled down. He may well have been the first to foul. Yeah, given it is in the end as a free kick by the assistant far side. And then the referee wants it taken from the right place, which it is. And again, a bit of a slow build-up as Melito shows. Malloy again. And Baduba taking his time. Inside to Anu. Now Watson, who breaks it up. Heavy touch from Bickley though, but well, Trotter nearly got hold of that, but the Bulls do have it with Watson. Lovely flick on by Trotter. Bickley now just trying to hold one off. Bickley taking it on himself. Bickley now with the shot. Bickley! Well, it goes over. It's a millimetre or two over the crossbar, but Bickley using his pace and his power gets it onto the left foot and drills it. And it looks like it may well be that Malloy got a touch on it, which probably prevented the Bulls getting the opening goal there. Well, Bickley again, the big man, doesn't get too many opportunities, but he always looks to create something. And this time, causing Malloy to make the save. It's corner for the Bulls, though. In it comes. Again, looking at that near post now. Timson Ritsema squares it. Well, looks like a handball. Free kick has been given. And again, all of a sudden, the Bulls, it's just if they are going through the gears today. They just perhaps started into straight to top gear, 1 to 6, depending on what kind of car you drive, of course. But then just dropping back to 2 and idling around at 3. And all of a sudden you see that movement through the gears again to 5 and then 6. And then the chances seem to come when they're driving forward. Short ball again, this near side, and better by the Bulls as Ritsema just forces Olorunasimo to go back. Now Hatton again. Johnson. Inside to Fallard. And again, the Bulls are better at hustling here. They're trying to break it up. Cavalier defensively so good. We know how skillful he is going forward, but he does work. I'd like to see what his mileage is per game compared to some of the other players in terms of the amount of ground he covers. Never seems to stop. And the Bulls doing well. Killshaw hounding there on the shoulder of Ibrahim, who's forced to go back home to his keeper. Watson should win the header, does. To Kere. Cavalier now, bit of space, can run here at Allen. In fact, it's Hatton, he goes past Hatton. Still going, Cavalier, can he get the ball to Trotter? He does. Into, well, again, pull the trigger, you feel, would be the option. Trotter, we know, can certainly whack one when he needs to. This time he decides not to. The Bulls still have it. It's Carr. Edge of the box, inside, flicked on by Cavalier. Trotter trying to battle it for the edge of the box again, but, well, play on. Trotter just catching Ibrahim. Referee decides to allow it to continue. And again, sometimes maybe the Bulls are guilty of not taking the shot. Oh, good play by the skipper, Kere now. Storming forward, Killshaw, Trotter. Little shift there, he does so well to keep possession, taking it away from his opponent. Now Carr, chance here near side, goes inside. Well, looking for Trotter, but the defence has been really good from Sheppey United. Good play now, chance for a counter, you feel. Here they come through the middle. Ibrahim, ahead of him is Bradshaw. Arriving is Johnson. Well, he's just kept it in, but he's just put it on a plate for Kere, who's sliding, keeps it alive. Now Trotter. Back to Kere. Just rolls it back to Watling. And Campbell. Better again from the Bulls as we head towards, and we're now inside the last 10 minutes of the first half. Still goalless here. Still anybody's game. Watson clips it forward. Bickley, lovely layoff. Ritzema tries to get the ball, but in the way is Ang Baduba. It's a nice little passage here of play from the Bulls. Sheppey just been kept at bay. Again, Ang Baduba. And the Bulls hustling more and more. Olo Runasomo. Ang Baduba. Inside to Anau. Now Johnson, who's got space far side. Tries to go past Kere, who gets a touch, and who else is helping out but Miguel Carvalho. Van der Vliet has the luxury of time here. Of course, he hasn't picked it up, so he's not under the 8-second rule. Long ball forward, looking again for Bickley, jumps well. Now Watson, Bickley again, lovely little ball off there for Kilshaw. Kilshaw has Carvalho, Kilshaw decides to take it, looks for the runner, Carvalho, holds it up. Carvalho is now in play, in possession. Trotter, lovely slide rule pass there. Carvalho again. Kilshaw. Kere finding himself in a midfield role now. Carvalho wants to take it on, wants to go past Johnson. He's going to accelerate across far post. Carr is arriving. Well, looks like free kick is given. Looks like maybe a foul by Bickley there. And it may well have been on Olo Runasomo. And again, Mr. Joss not happy with the placing of the ball, which means Lex Allen has to put it in place and take it from the right spot. Ang Baduba, good turn there, lovely skill from Fallard, whipping it across and inside. Ibrahim turns, twists, gets away from Kilshaw, who's covering some ground in this first half. Doing well there, pressure on Elito. Well, rare foray forward. It's good skill here as well from Hatton. Maybe fancies himself as a bit of a left winger. Well, comes to nothing. Back it goes to Malloy. The Ites still have it. Staying forward there is Hatton. Elito. Bradshaw. Not seen much of him, the skipper. Been kept pretty quiet. Not really had the service as Ang Baduba keeps possession. Lays it off there for Anu. Now Elito. Nice little ball clipped forward, but Watling cuts it out. Kere's trying to flick it down the line towards Carvalho. Ball's throw. Last 5 minutes of this first half. And still, it remains goalless here. Football's been decent though. Possession has been about 50-50. Same with shots. There's Kilshaw to Carvalho down that far side, trying to spin away from his defensive marker. Route 1 is the option. Across goes Bickley. He's causing a nuisance there as Johnson helps out. He's trying to keep hold of the possession here, but it's good work from Elito, clipping it forward. Miles offside though is Fallard. Bulls holding that line as they do. They're really well. Campbell marshalling the back four and straight away gets the free kick. Well, it's been toe for toe in this first half as Watson is dispossessed. Now here come the Ites. The Ites now, chance now. Well, Watson gets back, having just perhaps dwelt on the ball a little too much. He was dispossessed, but he got back and covered for his mistake. He's done really well there, Luke Watson. Just as Sheppey was thinking, well, we've got a bit of time here. Watson has other ideas. Now Carr trying to get a little jinky run going inside to Ritzema. Back it goes. Campbell and Watling. Is there a chance for a goal for either side before the break, the mid-time break? Watling goes long. Cavallio watches it spinning around, manages to keep it in, but Johnson, well, he's just got to clip it off there by the looks of it, off Cavallio. Sheppey's ball. Well, the home side are holding their ground here. They look to be well organised. Well, not a huge threat going forward, it would seem, so far. Not from the first 45 minutes. Maybe that's the Bulls' defensive ability. As they do come forward now. Bradshaw. Kere gets back and across, hooks it clear. And then pumps it forward. Mopped up there, though, by Hatton. Short to Somo. And Gaduba. Still trying to find a way to breach the Bulls' defence as Trotter comes across. And Gaduba. Alito sitting pretty deep there. Ibrahim. Hatton looking for Lard. Cavallio, does he keep it in? No. Well, there's options, of course, for both sides. They've both got strong benches today. They've both got their 5 subs. So as this game goes on, no doubt we'll see some changes, but just a minute or so left of this first half now. Plus any time Mr. Joss is going to add on. Short ball. Olo Runisomo. Back again it goes to Angbagduba. Angbagduba again. Bradshaw makes the run. But there's nothing on there. Alito, good spin for Ibrahim. Bulls back in numbers. Gold shirts galore. Johnson keeps it in, getting quite far forward. Cavallio fancies getting there, and he makes it difficult. Bulls have got a chance for a counter here, perhaps. Here comes Killshaw. Well, tries to thread it through. Looks like may well have gone too early anyway, but Kere's kept it alive. Killshaw now. Cavallio has Trotter arriving. Trotter now, will he tie the shot? He does, Trotter! Well, not that far off the target. It doesn't actually force Malloy into a save, but Trotter maybe in the first opening 20-odd minutes had a chance. Didn't take the shot, but this time he does. And it rattles into the advertising hoarding behind Malloy's goal. Better from the Bulls. We're into added time in this first half now. And we are still watching a bit of a chess match. There's Allen to Hatton. Probably be a minute or two, maybe. Tops added on. Not too much in terms of stoppages. As Killshaw busy again. Trying to win the ball back here, but it's good play there. Picked up inside there by Anu. Clip forward. Kere is there. And that is it. That is the end of the first 45 minutes. A goalless first half for Sheppey United, the island of Sheppey, against the Jersey Bulls. The players make their way off at half-time. Chance for both managers to talk tactics and to send their troops out for the second half as the Bulls make their way. Yet for the gold to glitter. But if you want to buy a shirt, a nice gold Bulls shirt, remember, shop.bulls.je. For now, enjoy your cup of tea or whatever you want for half-time. We'll see you after the break. Players are out for the second half. A little bit of Luther van Drossen, never too much playing around the ground. Well, never too much, perhaps on this occasion, was a little bit too much for Toby Ritzer in the first half, who put too much on it and put it over the bar, which would have given the Bulls the lead. As it is, we're still all square as we go into a second half. A first half that was pretty evenly balanced in terms of the play and the possession, and certainly the shots on target. Goalkeepers not really having to do too much, both making a save or two, with Malloy tipping over from a Bickley shot. Other than that, it's anyone's game, you'd say. It's one of those really tight ones where it could just be a goal, one chance that would separate the two sides. Well, the Bulls are trying to make the second half a bit more golden than the first. And of course, you can get this lovely new shirt. You know where to go, shop.bulls.je. Well, it will be the Ites of Sheppey United who will kick off this second half. And they certainly got into the game after the initial impact of the Bulls' fast start was absorbed by them. And then in the second kind of phase of that first half, they started to dominate, with the Bulls just coming back in towards the end. Now, will we see something similar in the second half, or will it be one side really grabbing this game by the scruff of the neck? We'll see. It's all to play for. It's Mr. Joss who will get us going again for the second time today. And we're underway. Well, quick move there forward by Ibrahim. Maybe they've decided, the Ites, to get on that front foot quickly as it's whipped forward. Well, good play there. Looks like Alito, who's taking on Carr. Back is Ritzema. Ball's played inside. Bradshaw is hunting it, but can't get to it. And it is the Ites who are trying to put some might into their play in this first few seconds of the second half, as Trotter tries to close it down. Spreading it now across the back here. Touch for Hatton. He has Johnson. Decides to go through the middle. Down goes Bradshaw. Nothing given. Solid challenge. Didn't look like anything more than that, as Bickley just can't keep hold of it. Alito can get it, though. It's good skill from him as he just drags it away to keep hold of the possession. Long ball again from Hatton. And the first touch of the second half for Ewan van der Vliet. Campbell quickly out to Carl. We need to see probably him and Kerry just getting more forward in the second half, not leaving a gap, but trying to find a way through as Ritzema goes crashing down. He's up, though. And again, it's that same kind of pattern where both sides just trying to hold it, string a few passes together and keep possession. Again, Hatton, who Cavalier will close. Trotter can't quite get there. The Ites still have it with Fallard, just trying to skip away. Johnson, and then Fallard again. Good crisp passing here from Sheppey. Inside there to Ibrahim. Has a little look up, looks for this near side. Lovely ball there for Johnson, but Johnson can't control it well enough, and he shows too much to Kerry, who flicks it forward to Cavalier, who's going to have a run. He's jinking, he's past the halfway line, still going. Johnson trying to get back at him. Johnson just shrugged off, and then down he goes. Nothing to it. Johnson had been all over the back there at Cavalier. Johnson's slow to get back on his feet, then just happens to be in the right place at the right time. And Sheppey just finding themselves a little bit stuck, but released there from Hatton, and then back it comes. Watson tries to nod it ahead for Killshaw, too much on it. And Sheppey pick it up again, and it's the same flow to the game as we saw in the first 45. It's very much one side gets it, holds it for a few. Some nice passing. The other side gets it back. Here come the Bulls now. Carr just holding it up. Has Ritzema. Now Campbell. Oh, Bickley's done well. He's just knocked it inside. Bickley into the box now. Can he square it? He can. Well, looks like it was Ritzema who swings at it. Kerry drives it in. Well, looks like it may even hit Cavalier there. Half cleared. Bulls still have it. Watson. Well, the ball flashing around there as Watling goes into a heavy challenge and wins the ball ahead of Ibrahim. Well, the ball's getting closer again. Kerry driving one in. May well have caught Cavalier in the process as the ball looked to be goal bound, certainly on target. And now again, Sheppey just try and put a few more passes together and get out of their own half. Oh, Elito just taking his time here. Back it goes to Allen and then out on that far side to... Well, it is in fact Angbaduba. And a good play, good forward run here by Olo Runasumo. He's bursting down, he's still going, he squares it. It's going to fall to Bradshaw. Bradshaw, well, he can't get any power in the shot. Kerry is there to clear it. Calmly looks up. Nice ball inside. Trotter drops the shoulder to keep the ball alive, but then they can't keep it in play. And Trotter asking the referee if there's a little bit of an infringement there. Nothing doing. And again, Sheppey with it. Ibrahim trying to trick away and slip away from the challenge of Watson. Ball nicely inside here. Fallard tries to switch it inside. Elito now quickly out to Johnson, who's arriving down the left-hand side. Johnson drives it in, and they've scored, and it's Fallard who comes in through the middle. It's really good play by Johnson. Fallard makes the run. He times it to perfection, and he puts it into the net, gives absolutely no chance to Van der Vliet. It's the first real chance they've had down this left-hand side. It's Johnson with the overlap. He does really well. He squares it, and Fallard is there at the right time. And it's the Ites from Sheppey United who have the lead here. Well, the Bulls will feel that's a bit of a blow. They could have themselves already been one up. They're not. They're down by one now, and they'll have to find a way to come back here. They've allowed just a little bit too much space, perhaps, in that build-up. And Sheppey have cashed in. Well, you just wonder if that is what this game's been missing. Will that now spark it into light? Will it mean the Bulls will have to go and chase it a little bit? Will that mean that they open themselves up a little bit? And will Sheppey be able to capitalise? Well, Johnson there on the ball was the one who made the run and delivered a superb ball in. Or will Sheppey just try and hold on to the goal? Dangerous, of course, to try and do that. Trotter's not giving up on this, and oh, really good play, Ibrahim. Silky skills. Now a chance through the middle. Well, Fallard is offside this time. Flag is up early. Well, having just got the opener, he is very keen to add to his first goal of the afternoon. Bulls have got to go and get this game now under control. They've got some options, of course, on the bench still as Trotter tries to trick his way, but they're so solid defensively. Sheppey, now Watling, Kerry. And they're back in numbers again. Ritzema's have to come in from that left-hand side, trying to skip away from Olo Runasumo. They've lost possession again. Quick play here by the Ites, who are growing in confidence. That goal has lifted them. Clip forward now. Bulls deal with it. Ritzema to Watson. You just wonder if there's a little bit of a need to maybe just freshen the Bulls side. An introduction of perhaps the Santos and Sunley as they come forward again. Just need a little bit more, perhaps, direct play here. Ritzimer again goes down, free kick given. Sandwiched between combination there of Anu and Litu. Played out far side, Carr now. Inside to Trotter. Clipped it forward for Ritzimer, who's trying to find a bit of space. Far post it goes. Cavalier jumping though, Johnson just has it height-wise, but Kerry is up there keeping it going. Back to Cavalier. Does that so well, drags the ball on. Oh, lovely play by Kerry, getting it from under his feet. Watson, Trotter, needs a bit of help on that far side. Carr is there. Carr will look to switch it back and across. Wow, it lands, Kerry's still there. Keeping it alive. Watson, Kerry now, will he look to cross it? Holds it up, goes onto his left foot. Nice little ball inside to Watson. Watson now, far post, anyone arriving? Malloy with the punch. In the middle, there's a clash in the edge of the box. Bulls player down, and also Sheppey play on. Back up they are. Inside it comes. Kilshaw trying to get there. Con. Malloy picks it up. Well, that's better from the Bulls. There's more urgency about the play, that's for sure. Maybe just feeling a bit of it there is Allen in the middle, who's down on his haunches. Sheppey just looking now to perhaps just take a bit of the heat out of this Bulls surge. Again, the final ball isn't finding Bickley. But here comes Trotter, now Carr. Fallardi's back tackling hard, the goal scorer, but unfairly. And a free kick's given. Well, the Bulls will definitely want to keep more of the ball, and they are doing it a little bit better now, but it's just finding that final ball through to give them a clear opportunity. You feel that it will come. Referee wants to have a word. He's not used a card yet. He's going to have a word with Bradshaw, the captain. Something's going on with the goal scorer there, number 17, Diego Fallard. He's just been probably given a final warning. It will be Kilshaw. Is this the moment the Bulls can strike back? Kilshaw clips it forward. Edge of the box, looking for Watling, looking for Campbell, flicks it on. Wow, trying to arrive is Ritzimer as the ball drops inside. It's between the 6-yard box and the edge of the area, but it doesn't find anyone but Malloy as the Ites look to get it going again quickly. Clipping it forward should be Van der Vliet all day long. It is. Quick release from him through the middle. Watson, a lot of space to turn. He's got Ibrahim tracking. A really good play there by Kilshaw, who's spun away. Kilshaw now drives forward, needs a bit of help. Wants Cavalier, gets him. Cavalier now, will he go against Johnson? He will. Holds it up. Again, just couldn't quite find the gap that he was looking for. Back inside, Watson again. Now Cavalier, tricking, turning. A nice, lovely ball to Kerry. Kerry now arriving. Kerry squares it, arriving in the middle. Well, hooked clear by the Ites, only as far as Campbell. First time ball to Carr, the pressure stays on. And then Carr just gets a little bit complacent, but he's won it back. Still battling, through it goes, looking for Kilshaw again. Cleared, anywhere will do. Campbell, lovely touch, brings it down first time. Inside to Watson, much better from the Bulls now. Really starting to dig deep here. Trying to work the ball around, keep it flowing, keep Sheppey thinking. That's the key now. Move the ball around. Stretch them, spread them, as it looks like the first change is coming. It looks like it is James Sunley who's getting ready, and maybe Ray Dos Santos. Well, I called it earlier. That may be exactly what the Bulls are going to need here. Certainly looks to be Sunley as the Bulls come forward with Campbell now. Campbell to Carr. Carr just about holding it up, as outstretched as he had to be. Inside now. Lovely reverse ball from Ritzimer. Trotter clips it back and across. Kilshaw, can he bring it down? Well, he does. Massive Gary Owen up and under there. Falls. Edge of the box. Here comes Ritzimer. Still going. Is he brought down? Well, looks like the referee has pointed towards the penalty spot, and it's Ritzimer who is bundled down. There is definitely contact. Whether or not it was enough, but the referee has, well, Bradshaw has said something. Well, it's all starting to go a bit interesting, a bit tasty here, but it looks like it is a penalty that's been given. Be interesting to see it back. It did look like there was definitely contact on Ritzema. The referee had no hesitation. He's pointed to the spot, and it's going to be James Kerry to try and add to his tally. He's been pretty good from the penalty spot this season. Captain's shoulders now to bring the sides level. Can he do so? Malloy to beat. James Kerry. He waits. Kerry just waits for the whistle now. James Kerry steps up, drives, scores. Well, comfortable in the end for James Kerry. Malloy goes right, Kerry slots it left. Well, he's been good from the spot this season. He adds another one to the tally. He's taken on that duty, and he's been successful once more. The Bulls are level. It's Sheppey 1, it's Jersey Bulls 1. Well, you just felt that the pressure from the Bulls was coming. Sheppey feeling a little bit unhappy about the decision, but the way that Kerry just steps up, he knows where he's going. He sees the keeper and he slides it past him. Well, we are definitely game on now. Wonder how the Bulls would react. They've reacted really well from the goal. And now we're back square again. Well, the goal has definitely lifted the Bulls. The pressure before the goal was key to it. Ritzema getting forward, having a bit more of a roaming run, and whether that changes the decision, but it's not, because Sunley is on. We can see that. Just have to check to see who has gone off. But Sunley is on. Expect he'd be in that midfield. May well be Kilshaw has gone off. Well, in the space of 10 minutes, we've had 2 goals. And as we were, level pegging. It looks like Kilshaw's made way. Sunny's gone into the middle. Now Trotter bursting through. Trotter now clips it forward. Well, see what he was trying to do. Just a little dink with the outside of the boot for the run of Bickley. Bickley had gone through the middle. But Trotter tries to go the other way. And in the end, comfortably in the arms of Malloy. But it's definitely livened the game up. It's definitely perhaps just given Sheppey something to think about here. They got a really good goal, but they've just been a little bit flat since. Here comes Olo Runasomo. Well, he's done well. Then he's got the ball through to Fallard, the goal scorer. Fallard now trying to take on Watson. Watson holds it up. Watson does well. Just gets there as he tries to cross it. Olo Runasomo. And the key you feel for the Bulls will be to negate the ball out wide, pack the midfield, and then themselves just get the ball out to Ritzema and Carvalho. But long throw into the box here. Well, it's flicked on. And again, it's towards the 6-yard box, and you just wonder whether there's a lot of bodies in the way. Van der Vliet should be coming for those. Yeah, well, nothing doing there. Bulls have got it again. Carr now. Clip forward. Good header there. Looks like it's Hatton. Back it goes. Campbell. And just wait for confirmation of the change. But I'm pretty sure it's Kilshaw, and it's Sunley we can see is on. And it was coming before the goal, but it makes sense. Sunley's now pretty much back to fitness. And it looks like there may well have been a change as well, with the introduction of Ryder Santos. It's Sunley, we'll see if that's going down there. Flag is up, ball is crossed in. Watling gets there ahead of Bradshaw. Well, it looks like Carr's going to get the first caution of the afternoon. The play was allowed to continue. Just confirming the substitution change. Ryder Santos is also on. You can see him jogging into the box now. So Yeah, looks like it is Ritzema. Double change as predicted. And a corner following the caution. And the first one of this second half, and we're nearly 20 minutes in. Here comes delivery. In it goes, near post, headed back and across, and then falls to Allen, who's played it back. Well, players going down, claims of fouls, nothing doing. Carr telling, just to check, it may well be. It is in fact Fallard who's gone down, he's not happy, but corner has followed. Another chance here, played short this time. Chance to cross, blocked well there by Sunley. Salito. Again, ball played in. Solid header this time by Watling. Now Cavalier got a counter, got a chance. Through the middle goes Sunley and Dos Santos and Bickley. Just needs to go inside, he does. Good play, Sunley now. Can he keep the ball alive? He can, he's got company, but he's done well. Watson now, back to Sunley. Sunley now, Watson again. Bickley waits up front. Dos Santos, Cavallier's going to take on Johnson again. Can he get the better of him this time? He can, he's got the pace, but really good defensively played there by Johnson, who just gets a nudge on it. Corner for the Bulls, though. We got end-to-end stuff going on now. Blink and you'll miss it. Well, now. Kilshaw off. Looks like it's Sunley who's going to take this one. Can Campbell arrive at the right time? Well, it's Dos Santos with the corner. In it comes. Far post. Keeper. Well, Malloy doesn't take the chance. He puts it back over the bar. Did it come in? Well, it did. Corner. Dos Santos has to jog across to the far side. Campbell is there. So is Watling. Sonny just staying around the edge of the box here. You feel that this will be delivered in. Bickley trying to draw Johnson out. Trotter now just retreats. Movement. Bickley there. In it comes. Near post. Johnson heads it back. Chance now for Dos Santos to whip it in again. He does. First time. Still alive. Watson trying to get there. And then a break is on here. Oh, well, it's going to be a card for Kerry, you think there. He's taken out. Yeah, yellow card for James Kerry. He was just caught a little bit. It was the right thing to do from a Bulls point of view. Sheppey were on the break there. He had to stop it somehow. Down goes Fallard. Card for Kerry. And all of a sudden, Mr. Joss will have a bit more to add to his report at the end of this game. Now, Kerry and Carr, left and right back in the book. Coming up to the last quarter of this game, and it still is really difficult to predict whether either side can get the win here. You feel if one does score that there's a chance that the others will too, but for now it's Fallard who's skipping and twisting, but suddenly does really well. Van der Vliet launches one up. Across goes Hatton. Cavallio seems to make space when there isn't, gets away, keeps the ball alive. Watling and Watson there. Now Sunley. Good defence again from the Ides, and then the ball forward by Sunley, just not finding Bickley. Ibrahim now. Fallard again, been busy. Anu leaves it for Agbaduba. Clash in the middle between Watson there. Looks like it's Ibrahim. Well, the local fans looking for the referee to reach to his pocket again, but there's nothing in that. This is football. You expect to be a little bit of contact and players going down. Can't be a yellow card for every challenge, or else there'll be nobody left. Here come the Ites again. But they have to go back. It's good defence. It's starting high from the Bulls. And is it going to be a bit of magic from either side here? Well, Fallard's giving chase. Watling has gone across. Watling just holding him up. Fallard does really well in that corner. Watling is there, but so is Carr. Corner is the result. Well, Fallard was in a cul-de-sac there. He had nowhere to go. He had a couple of human bollards right in the way. In the end, though, managed to just get a flick on it to come off. Carr arriving. Corner. Alito will take. Going to swing this one in. Near post, cleared. Trotter. Ibrahim stabs it forward. Ball still alive. Dos Santos battling. Trotter helping out. Ball's through to Fallard. Cross goes Carr. Carr's got to be careful. Trying to just work it away, and he does. Dos Santos now. Here come the Ites again. Johnson. Don't want to give him too much space, and Bradshaw working hard for his side. Lovely ball far side. Carr will get there, and he will get there ahead of Fallard. Goal kick. Well, just creeping into the last 20. Watling does well. Well, gets caught there by Ibrahim. Free kick given. Watson again. Carvalho busy. Campbell. Carr. Nice ball. Suddenly holds it up. Lovely little reverse ball. Tried, but not succeeded. Carr was there, but it's good defence again. Alorunisomo. Ball's still going, though. Carr's got a bit of space. He can take it on. Can he get the ball in? He's got to make something happen here. He's found Dos Santos in the penalty box. The ball's got numbers there. Just need to find the ball. Trotter flicks it on. Dos Santos being pulled around, but he's holding it off. Does really well, then goes down. Free kick given right on the edge of the penalty box, and it's dangerous for Sheppey. They've done that once already. They caught Ritzema. This time, Dos Santos trying to wriggle away, gets brought down. He's centimetres outside the penalty box. And a chance here for the Bulls. You feel this is something they've got to try and get at least a shot on. Whether they'll just try maybe a little training ground routine. Santos, you can't think will go for it from here. The angle is so acute. Probably be a ball driven in. Just try to get ahead on it. Bickley, anyone. Here it comes now. Far post, flicked away. Shot comes in. Well, it looks like Watson in the end, or Sunley skies it. In fact, it is Sunley over the bar. Well, these are the kind of games the Bulls will want to win. Still on an unbeaten record in the league this season. Playing a little bit of catch-up as well because of early cup competitions that they're no longer in, of course, and they are now firmly focused on the league as across comes Watling. Johnson now. Back it goes for Hatton, who's given it away. Can the Bulls make hay? Here they come. Sunley stepping away. Ibrahim, who goes down under a challenge of a ghost. There was no one there, but he just went to ground, just losing his footing. Kere now has a little chance to take it forward, and he will. Here he comes, the skipper. Reverse ball. Well, trying to find Bickley. The run was there, but the pass not quite what was needed. But you can see that they want to get forward, and Kere's leading the charge here. Suddenly wants it back from Trotter, just about spins. Can he keep it going? Down he goes, nothing doing, play on. And good work there from Anu, who spins away, runs into Trotter. And the ball's played out as referee just goes back to check, and it looks like a bit of cramp here. Looks to be Ray Dos Santos, who's prone on the floor there. Just getting caught. As we see Nicky Nicole just reaching into that bag of tricks. And of course in there is some magic spray, which usually has the effect that's desired to fix the problem. As the Bulls players go across to take on some refreshment. Oh, a chance for everyone to get a little bit of a breather here. Santos won't want to go off. He's only just come on. He's gingerly getting up. As we wait for pitch to be cleared, the players come back on. Of course, there's still options on the bench for the Bulls. Harry McKenzie might be someone to go to. And Fraser Barlow warming up as well. And the throw-in goes back. And Sheppey will try and come away with it. So, 15 minutes and a bit of time to add on. That's what's left in this second half. Campbell there with a header, just gets there, but picked up by Alito, who's trying to skip away. So it's Ibrahim there, who's just skipping away. Wants help, gets it. Holding it up well. Now Sheppey on the march. Fallard turns away. Watson just covering him. Need a bit more width, and that's the call here, and they've got Johnson. Johnson cuts inside, tries to get away from Carvalho to Alito. Nice little dummy, and a shot from distance. Van der Vliet saves. Bradshaw mops it up, and he can't turn it back on target. Well, another good save from Ewan Van der Vliet. The shot stopping, up to it again. Bradshaw with his only chance of this match so far. Can't turn it back in. Well, the threat is still there, though. Of course, the Bulls will be back on the mainland on Tuesday night, when they will take on Three Bridges. Well, they've got the bridge of Sheppey to get over first. Interested to see how they fare with the quick turnaround again. Time still to play here, though. Flick inside, and Dos Santos battling away, seems to have recovered from that knock. Suddenly mopping up. Pressed and pushed by Ibrahim. Now, is there going to be a twist to this game, or are we going to see just the points shared? Van der Vliet decides to bring it forward. Well, not the greatest of ball, but it somehow found its way to Bickley, who heads it on to no one except the covering Angbaduba. And again, time for Angbaduba. Coming across is Campbell, solid header from him. Watson, dispossessed, Ibrahim. And then Carr hugging him. Got to be careful that he didn't do any more than a foul, because he's already had a yellow. Oh, change is coming. And it's going to be Bradshaw who gives way. Not had much luck up front today, but on comes Opoku. So you think that's a straight strop, David Opoku, for the skipper, Daniel Bradshaw, who will hand over the armband as Ibrahim recovers from the Carr challenge. So, will Opoku have an impact? The one perhaps that Bradshaw hasn't been able to. A free kick in the Bulls' half here. Clip forward, edge of the penalty box, flicked on. Cavallo is there. Just confirmation, Opoku is on. As De Santos battles hard. The Bulls try and get going here. Covering across though. Now, Trotter. Well, back is Alito. And Malloy has it at the feet. And he clears it towards the halfway line, flicked on. Promising here for Sheppey if they can get a bit more going forward. Here's Johnson arriving. We saw he created the first goal for the Eights. Touch now for Opoku. Cuts inside, whips it out onto that far side. Ball's back in numbers. Edge of the box though, trying to skip away there is Anu. And again, managed to keep hold of it. Here comes Hatton. Johnson can't get past Cavallo though. Tries to give and go there, but Hatton can't.
Unlucky Sheppey, keep going, boys.
Should be a Bulls ball. It's not. It's going to be. Looks like cramp is setting in. Bulls have not played for a few weeks. This is Jamie Watling, being helped by Lex Allen, centre back. Physio on again. Watling looks to be holding a hamstring. Of course, there's a direct swap on that Kerry could go into centre back. But there will be a change. It is going to be Mackenzie. Off is Watling, so that's the end of his afternoon. And it also looks like Barlow will get just under 10 minutes here. And is this the change that will give the Bulls all 3 points? It's going to be a straight swap. Well, it looked like it was going to be a straight swap, and then Carl Banet has put the numbers up, but there are no numbers showing. So Carr is off, Barlow is on. And there's a lot of football to play, so all these players are going to need to make sure they recover quickly and rest up, as Captain Kerry helps Watling, and that looks to be a hamstring, which is not good, as he's being helped off. Don't need those kind of injuries. They are always lengthy, depending on the type of tear, the grade of the tear. So you'd expect Kerry to go to centre back. Perhaps Mackenzie to just slot in at right back. And that looks exactly what's happened is, again, Sheppey, the Ites giving the ball back to Van der Vliet. So Mackenzie at right back, Barlow at left back, Kerre into the middle, and 7 minutes plus added time. You expect to see at least 10 left. The chance for both sides here to go and grab all three. Dos Santos there, trying to get away, does. Sunley now, twisting away, has to go back inside. Trotter, Sunley now, can he get some support? He does. Barlow whips it in. Well, it evades one head, but it looks like Allen covers across. Trotter. Campbell. And Kerre resuming his position in the centre of defence. Now time to think about the player of the match for the Jersey Bulls, with some good performances today. Not yet going to call it, but just some names to throw out there as here comes Sunday now. Can the Bulls capitalise here? Lays it off, Trotter. Watson. Mackenzie, lovely little drag inside. Checks, Trotter. Again, well, free kick, yeah, will be given. Wow, looks like it is Sunley who gets caught there, because he's had enough time out with injury, doesn't need any more. And some of the names we're going to throw out there in the hat today for player of the match. Miguel Carvalho's had another really good game. And also solid in midfield has been Adam Trotter. Luke Campbell never lets you down. And of course, the skipper himself, who's scored the goal and been pretty effective with the overlap as Dos Santos clips it in. Bickley can't get there. Hooked clear. Trotter. And then back to Kerre. Van der Vliet, rare touch for him in the second half. Forward it comes. Flicked on by Dos Santos. Bickley will run it into the corner. He will try and keep hold of it. He does. Ahead of him is Dos Santos. Arriving is Trotter. Flicked on. Cleared again. Well, definitely the pressure is coming from the Bulls. Sheppey are having to be pretty resilient here. Kerre now. Mackenzie will drive. He's going to take this on. He's got Carvalho for company. Just cuts inside. Watson. Sunley. Keep ball. Create here for the Bulls. Campbell. Barlow far side. Barlow inside. Sunley is busy. Now Kerre. Through towards Carvalho. Watson again. In towards Sunley. Mackenzie is on the overlap. Sunley is going to take it on. He's done really well there at the back is Ibrahim, who's just, in the end, goal kick. Well, he's been solid for Sheppey today, all day, Ibrahim. It's a high five for a Sheppey supporter. As we're into the last 5 minutes, probably B4, would say, that will be added here. And it's still anyone's game, but I just feel that it's been more defensive in the last 10 or 15 minutes. Neither side necessarily gambling here. There's Kerre battling hard. Oh, good run here as Watson's trying to pull on the shirt, and then Kerre gets back. And free kick is finally given for the foul on Anu. It's the foul by Watson. Mr. Jost not doing any more. Trotter protesting. And it will be Johnson. Well, there's going to be two in a wall here. Not sure why the Bulls would commit two from that distance. Can't imagine Johnson's going to try and sneak one in at that near post, but ball does come in. Watson with the header, as he often is, there to clear up. Trotter tries to break. Free kick given, edge of the box. Down there goes Angbaduba. And a bit of pressure coming here for the first time in quite a long time in this second half for Sheppey. In a good position here as well to try and bend one into the top corner. It often takes something magical, something brilliant to decide games like this. And is this the moment? Is this where Sheppey, the home side, go on and get all three? No hurry to take it. Time is ticking. Looks to be Alito who's going to try and bend this. Opoku is busy, goes into the wall to try and put off. The referee sees something he doesn't like, so he just reorganises. Looks like it will be shot on goal. Well, it's nowhere near the target in the end. A bit of a waste there for, it looks like Alito with the free kick. Doesn't even come close to testing Van der Vliet. It has eaten up quite a lot of the time left on the clock. Forward again, Campbell with the header. Bouncing around there. Watson is fouled this time. Trotter wants to get on with it. Fallard doesn't. Van der Vliet does. Barlow. Forward it goes. Well, arriving is Dos Santos, who's kept it in. Is this a moment? Dos Santos now squares it. Barlow clips it in. Far post punch is not the best by Malloy. Probably should have caught that, really. Could have punched it anywhere. It's got away with it for the moment. Now McKenzie cuts inside. McKenzie still going. Nice skill from him. Well, Watson's been dispossessed. The break is on. It's Ibrahim. Needs support. Barlow trying to get back. Arriving down the far side. Into the middle it comes. Blocked. Kere is there again. Right on time. Perhaps sensing a little bit of blood here, Sheppey. Inside. Penalty box again. And then Sunley. Well, he's won the throw-in. Well, it's a good time now as the ball goes out to name the Jersey Bulls player of the match. And this afternoon, the Spitzer contenders, again, some good play across the park. But in the end, for his calm, composed spot kick and his good defensive work, as well as his marauding runs down the right-hand side, the player of the match for the Jersey Bulls this afternoon is your captain, your number 4, James Kere. Well, we're into added time here now. Campbell does well again. Barlow brought down. Well, we knew we'd see a bundle. We had to at some point. And there he is, confirmed. James Kere as player of the match for the Bulls this afternoon. Barlow continues his games where a bundle has inevitably come. Well, Campbell doing well. He's letting it bounce, but he's kept his eye on it really well there. And a chance maybe now as Kere's there. There's a chance now to finish it. It's going to be the goal that's come. And it is an easy bit of skill by Anu to roll it in, but he does the hard work. He sends Van der Vliet to the floor. Kere comes across. He can't fix the mistake that's been made. And it is perhaps the goal that will win this game for the home side. It's cool as you like, composed from Anu, the number 16. Really skillful and slots it home. Well, it was going to take something, perhaps a mistake, perhaps a bit of a coming together. The Bulls are now staring the first defeat of their league campaign right in the face. They've got little time, if any now, to salvage a point and to make sure that that record doesn't go today. Can they? There's probably going to be a couple more minutes, you'd think. They're going to have to go straight at this now from the off. The clock shows 90 in the stadium. How much more? Van der Vliet will launch one. Can anyone get on it? Bickley is arriving. Looks like Allen there, flicked on, free kick goes against the Bulls. Yeah, Allen, solid there. And again, that will just run the clock down even more here. Well, possibly on reflection, Sheppey have just about done enough. They've soaked up the pressure really well. They've tried to play when they've been able to keep hold of the ball themselves. Bardo winning the free kick. No, throw in, quickly taken. And now Watson. Can the Bulls conjure up a little bit of magic here? There isn't much left in terms of seconds. Long ball is the call. Solid header again. Watson arriving. Can he find... Well, he's found Trotter. Trotter to Mackenzie. Mackenzie has Cavallio ahead of him. Now releases him. Cavallio tricking. Trying to get the ball in. Goes near post. Now it's into the box. Well, is there a save at the near post by Malloy? It looks like it is. It's Sunley who nearly gets one to creep in at the near post. Malloy gets there just in the nick of time. The Bulls inches away from the equaliser. Chance though from the corner that results now. De Santos will take probably the last chance for the Bulls. De Santos now goes long, far post. Van der Vliet is up there. Well, the whistle's blown. Looks like it's blown for a offside. And it's going to be Malloy who'll just take a little bit more time away. Again, Mr. Joss wants it taken from the right spot. He's been consistent with that this afternoon. 5.5 minutes now of added time. How much more? As Johnson is the target on this near side. Mackenzie jumping. Trotter will let it run. We'll have the throw. And that's it. It's all over. The Bulls have been defeated for the first time in the league this season. They lose 2-1 on the road on the Isle of Sheppey, who on the balance you'd say deserved it. They win it with a goal from Julian Anu. A little bit of a mix-up, but good play and good persistency from the Sheppey side. The Ites have it this afternoon. They win by 2-1. They will take all 3 points, and they will just perhaps bounce a little bit further up the table as a result. Well, the Bulls will have to come back quickly. They've got 3 bridges on Tuesday night. Not the result they would have wanted, but nevertheless, it is all over here. It's Sheppey United 2, it's Jersey Bulls 1. We hope you've enjoyed watching it. We'll see you next time.